Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and in this one I am again playing with one of Natalie May Scrapbooking's new collage papers. This one is from the set of 3 called Suburban Beauties. I love these collage papers because some of these images are a little bit smaller than the whole page ones, and they work really well on a single journal page. So as I've done with other ones of these collage papers, I'm going to add it onto my page and then find a way to extend the image out onto the rest of my page. So taking inspiration from the colours and the patterns, shapes and images that are on the collage paper already. I mean, obviously you don't have to use it like this. You could just use the face, and then there are other ways that you could extend it out, but this is I kind of like doing this. I feel that it's a way to sort of take inspiration from what's actually there already. So before I'm starting painting, I have just added a thin layer of clear gesso onto the background, and then I'm going in with some sort of earthy colours. So I think this is lime, and that is a Tim Holtz distress paint. I think it is vintage photo. And then again I'm taking off the excess there because it was quite dark. So I'm kind of looking at the basic colour that's there on the background and then just going as close as I can, really. So this first layer is just about getting some colour on the background, and I mean at the minute it doesn't look like it's matching up particularly well, but I am going to go in and add another layer on the top. So this is one of those kind of stippling brushes. I think it's for like using through stencils. You can get quite a nice effect using this, but I thought this was great just to add some texture over the top of that base colour. You could create one of these brushes yourself. If you've got a sort of old paintbrush that's gone a bit stiff, you can chop the ends off and make it a bit more make it a bit shorter. I want to say stubby. I don't know whether you'll know what I mean by that, but you can kind of create the same end on an old paintbrush as you would have on one of those sort of stippling brushes. And so I've just gone in and added some more colours over the top of the base layer that I've added, and then I'm just pulling the path out and down to the front of my page. And now I'm going to work on adding some more houses onto this page. So using what's there as my inspiration, and I guess kind of copying what Natalie May has already done, and just taking inspiration from that. So I'm using a square brush for this, and you can see you can use the shape of the brush really easily and quickly to create the shape of the house. It's nice and simple. And here I am just adding a few more houses onto there as well, and then I'm going in and adding a fence. I'm just using the edge of the brush to do that. So I'm kind of looking at what's already there on the image on the right hand side, and you can see it is starting to look like the other side of the page, and it will never be exactly like it, and there's no reason why it should aim to be exactly the same. But I think I quite like the challenge of seeing, like, can I find the colours that were used on this? Can I get nearly the same? Yeah, and just seeing if you can kind of pull that image across your page. So it's lots of fun. And also it's kind of creating a bit of a story, isn't it, I guess, as well. So now I'm just adding the little windows in, just using a really small brush for this. My brush had gone a bit fluffy there, so I just chopped the end off it, which made it a bit easier to use. I don't pay a lot of money for my paintbrushes, apart from the Dina Wakley ones, obviously, which are a little bit different. I tend to just buy like packs of cheap brushes because they do get used and abused a little bit. And so I don't have a problem really with chopping bits off my paintbrushes. I don't know whether that will make some of you cringe a little bit, I'm not sure. But it doesn't bother me at all because they're not expensive, and they are just almost like packs of children's brushes, really, or just cheaper ones. So I'm just carrying on, just adding more details on the page, just to kind of try and marry up with what's already there. Now I'm going in and adding some sky across my page. A little bit of sky paint from Dina, and then some white. And I'm just slapping some colour on, and then I'm going to go in with the kitchen towel that I've got in my hand and just lift some of that colour off to create a softer look in the sky. Really like how that's worked. And then I'm going in with these Stabilo all pencils in different colours that I managed to find recently. And I'm just adding some trees at the top of my page. And just sharpening up some of the details on the rest of the page as well. And then, of course, as you know, adding in the whites of the eyes just helps to bring that face to life. You can see that's it's looking much more lively now. Now I'm going to add a quote. So I'm using a stamp set from Darkroom Door, and this is called Ransom Alphabet, I think. I love the fact that there's different fonts mixed up in this stamp set. And I'm using a glove because these are quite tiny little stamps, and you do end up completely covered in whatever ink you are using. And I am using archival ink, and I just know that that will not come off my hand for days and days, so I don't really like that. So I do wear a glove quite often when I remember. Sometimes I don't remember till it's too late, and by that point I'm already covered in ink, so it really doesn't matter. So this is a good way just to try and make sure that you stay a little bit cleaner. So I'm popping my quote, pulling it down my page. This quote is about the fact that in September my middle child Lee is going to university, and obviously I'm really excited for them to go. Yeah, tinged with a little bit of sadness. I guess there are those of you out there who have already been through this, and you know what it's like. I am very excited for this new chapter of their life. It's going to be brilliant for them, but I'm going to miss them so much. They're not really going that far away, so close enough that we can pop and see them as and when, without being too much of a pain, but far enough away that they can be a little bit independent and enjoy that university life, so that's good. So that was kind of where this what this collage paper spoke to me about, really, because it's this sort of this person with all these houses and a path, and I was like, yeah, that is what this is about for me right now. So I'm then going in with a bright green Posca pen and just filling in any of those letters that have got closed areas on, just to bring another little pop of colour to the journal page. And that is pretty much it really for this page. So Natalie May's collage papers are available on her website, and I am hoping to get some on my website very, very soon. Yeah, so keep your eyes open for those. Lots and lots of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and perhaps found some inspiration from it too. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.